Welcome back, guys. We're Team APS. I'm Alec.
I'm Paul.
And we're bringing you the cards we hate the most.
Yeah, this is gonna be a complaining video, so
yeah, get ready for
fair warning.
We're gonna whine like babies.
So I am going to start this off with probably the newest addition to the annoying list, Azathoth.
Yeah, nah, he's not necessarily the newest card, right?
Begone Thought. That's what
but
I hate that.
Azathoth's effect allows you to stop your opponent from using any monster effects for an entire turn.
So funny part about this card when I first read it was I didn't understand what the deal was. Like I was like, how does this work? And then I realized it's like the Rusty Bardich thing and the rank up spell.
Yeah, but the way people are using it is they are using a quick play rank up spell to Xyz summon this monster during your turn so you can't play.
Yeah.
And the best part is they're gonna do it on your first turn.
Yeah, your first turn before you can do much of anything about it. And like it's weird because basically you're not getting OTK'd or whatever, but they're making this, stopping your first turn, and then on their second turn they kill you, effectively. And there's not a lot you can do about it. I mean, negates all of your like monsters effects and everything like that, so you can't make a play at the end of your turn.
Unless, hopefully you play traps and you can set something.
I mean, it's like, and yeah, people don't play traps in Yu-Gi-Oh now, so it's like, what do you do?
And that's sad because trap tricks out there, y'all playing.
Yeah, and now I think it's funny too because it's like the deck that uses it, you know, Dark Warrior, Phantom Knight, Mesh thing, literally like goes from one annoying card to another. It's like when Firewall gets banned, they focus on Gumblar and like all this stuff. When Gumblar gets banned, like now we have Azathoth. It's like
people are just, they have these things lined up and prepared. They're getting ready for the next thing to replace Azathoth, which a lot of people are using Kali Yuga.
Yeah, so
it's the same like situation.
It makes you wonder, I mean, like how does Konami deal with a problem like this? Because I mean, there's always gonna be, you know, just some card like no one's paying any attention to. You know, it's obscure, but then like, oh, it locks your opponent out and things. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't like the card. I hope it gets banned or something, honestly. I don't think anyone will cry about Azathoth getting banned.
The Outer Entity players, the Lovecraft people, they're gonna be upset.
All three of you. I'm sorry.
Get them in the comments. Don't take that. Card number 2 is a card that's near and dear to my heart, but I know why we all hate it, because even I hate it in the mirror. Thunder Dragon Colossus.
Oh yeah. Lazy boss monster design. Yeah. Can I just start by saying, like, I don't have a problem with Thunder Dragons themselves. It's a cool archetype. I like how it works. I think mostly it's balanced actually. Like the monster's effects aren't, you know, crazy and obnoxious or anything. It's just Colossus. It's just, they just slapped just a really powerful floodgate effect on a boss monster that also kind of doesn't die.
Like, he doesn't say once per turn like he negates a search. He doesn't say you fulfill this condition and then your opponent can't search. No, he says your opponent cannot search.
And in a game like Yu-Gi-Oh, where I mean literally that's how decks start their turn, is you activate your Rota, you activate your Terraforming, you activate, you summon your monster that searches. That's how decks get off the ground. So what ends up happening is like Thunder Dragons just flat out like shut down certain matchups.
To make it worse, there's no once per turn on this bad boy. You could summon 2.
Yeah, that's actually
you
crazy.
You can summon 3.
and it's insane that like that's Thunder Dragon's win condition. It actually was one of the things that disappointed me about like Thunder Dragons a bit.
Me too.
What was it for you?
Oh, the fact that Thunder Dragons being a crazy combo deck for like mid game, early game, you're comboing so you can lock your opponent out.
Yeah, and that's what I don't like either. It's because you're playing Thunder Dragons, but in a lot of ways it feels more like the goal is just make Colossus and like your opponent can't do anything on their first turn, and then like they should just lose after that.
Yep, you just beat them down after that, which is sad because they have this strong inherent combo potential for the deck. You would think, oh, I'm gonna be laddering to all these things, and you could do that with Thunder Dragons. It's just that's not how they win.
And ironically, Colossus is like literally better than Titan. He's supposed to be like the big bad. So.
Titan looks so badass, but
and I played Cyber Dragon, so I hate the matchup. Just fundamentally, like, you can't search. It sucks. But anywho, the next card, and I hate to, I love this guy.
Ooh.
Near and dear to my heart, Borrelsword Dragon. I love Rockets. Rockets are a deck of mine that I've liked for a long time. You guys know this. We watch, I like Rockets. But Borrelsword Dragon, man, he's nasty. He's nasty.
Cards, we're in a stage of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where cards are doing entirely too much. There are cards that do the job of like 4 cards, all in one. And that's what Borosword Dragon is. He is, well, I guess in his case, like 3 cards in one.
The thing is, he can kill your opponent out of nowhere. That's, I think, what a lot of people don't like. It's on paper, the fundamental effect doesn't seem too bad. Like, okay,
effects, you mean?
Well, yeah. It's like, you know, getting an extra attack isn't anything too new in Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters have done it for years. It's just the fact that he's very generic. He's a link monster. You know, any deck can access him. Sky Strikers and any number of other things can access him. And it's like, you know, you get to kill something and gain a bunch of attack, and then he can attack again directly. It's not like it has to be a monster for the second attack. And sometimes you feel like you're winning against your opponent, and then Borosword comes out and like robs the game from you.
Takes attack, switch to defense, swing, game.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care too much for that. I mean, I
want to throw in my hate for the entire Boro line here. I'm just gonna derail Paul.
Okay, no,
I hate all of them.
That's a little extreme.
Borosword's the worst, but Boro Guard isn't. While he's not relevant, I hate him because of their name.
Wow.
I hate Borload. I hate all of them.
I get why people hate Borload a little bit. But at least Borload doesn't always like just complete. He's an out. Borosword's literally he kills you.
Yes.
Borload doesn't often lead to you losing that turn sometimes, but like Borosword's like it's over. Like I don't know. Right?
Just thankfully, kind of like Gumblar was the #1 card I hated. This is #2.
If they get rid of one, there's always another.
This is
With these
I have a #3,
monsters.
and you're gonna see it in the rest of the list. Card #4 is Evenly Matched.
You still hate this card?
Heck yeah. Evenly Matched. People, everyone acts like, oh, now that we all have access to it, it's a perfectly fine and balanced card. No, it's not.
Sort of have access to it. It's still kind of expensive.
It's not. It punishes you for building a board.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Plays this weird game of extremes these days, where like they have the deck to make, you know, these unbreakable boards, and then like you also get these cards like evenly matched. Like, is it counterplay? Is it? I don't know, but it's a very strong card. I don't like that it banishes stuff face down. I don't know why they thought that needed to be part of it.
Because they're rude. They are rude, crude people.
Like, I don't know who thought the face down part needed to be there, but
like evenly matched is fine for the metagame. At top tables, you have to have a way of dealing with like unbreakable boards. That's fine with me. My issue is when you see evenly matched in all your other matchups.
I will say it's a casual ruiner. Like it's an easy way to make a new player just hate playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like they finally, you know, they're playing their inconsistent deck and they finally get it to work and they finally make some kind of a board, and then like they get evenly matched. That feels very demoralizing.
You know, I talk about them a lot, but I'll talk about them here now. You know what it's like to play Cosmos in a world where evenly matches around?
Oh, really? Oh, God.
It feels like you're playing Russian roulette every game.
I think also with evenly matched, the way that it works too is like your opponent just starts their turn and just goes straight into battle phase. So like there's very little like reaction time.
It's rude is what it is.
Much about it. So I don't know. I see why people still don't like the card, I guess. It makes sense. The last card is something that I didn't think I would hate as much as I've ended up kind of hating. I don't want to say I hate it. I don't think it's like broken. Let me get that out there. It's Dynarista Pankratops. So I'm not, you know, like I said, not saying it needs to be banned, but just like the way that the card works, it's strong. It's a free special summon. It's 2600 attack. So, you know, it's got a big body, and then it's quick effect. It like can just snipe anything on the board. No, a monster, spell trap, whatever. And it's a quick effect. Like you kind of have to, it puts you in a weird spot, right?
It's a card you have to answer. Or you choose not to answer it, and it's gonna take something off your board. It's weird. It's not just a kaiju. It's not just like a cyber dragon.
Right.
Like a cyber dragon's even.
It's like even better than Ghost Ogre in like a lot of ways.
Cause what do? Do you reuse resources on it? And to stop it, and then let your opponent hit you with what's next?
Yeah, because like that's the thing. Like, you know, if you have a board and they summon a Pankratops, that's not their main deck. That's not their play. But you have to use, you know, maybe Called by the Grave, or like if you have Solemns or something, you have to kind of waste it, or at least it's a tough decision to make. Do you, you know, take the bait of Pankratops? And if you don't, then he's 2600 and he starts swinging over things, and he'll still have his effect available. You know, like if you like It gives the player using it a lot of flexibility.
And he's so generic, you can see him in any matchup. You know, there's a lot of high, like, tense matchups in Yu-Gi-Oh! This guy could just show up and just add another layer to it.
Yeah, it's a complicating card. And not even my least favorite on this list easily, but, you know, it's...
Borosword.
Probably for me, it's maybe it is Colossus. I hate Colossus. All right, that's it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one.
Pass turn.